What if the greatest revolution in rock history wasn't a single riff or a flashy solo, but the entire way we hear music today? Jimi Hendrix didn't just play the guitar. He rewrote the rulebook for what the instrument could do, and the world hasn't been the same since. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that his technical wizardry overshadowed his emotional depth. Was he a showman or a visionary? Let's unpack the man who made rock and roll feel limitless. Picture this, a 1960s stage where a guitarist shreds with his teeth, cranks feedback into a symphony, and plays riffs so wild they defy logic. That was Hendrix in his prime. Modern guitarists might take techniques like whammy bar dive bombs or controlled distortion for granted, but these were his playgrounds. His 1967 debut, Are You Experienced?, wasn't just a record, it was a manifesto. It borrowed blues DNA from legends like Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson, but added soul's velvet touch, thanks to Curtis Mayfield's influence, and even hints of psychedelic experimentation in tracks like Manic Depression. Hendrix didn't see genres as walls, he saw them as paint on a canvas. And this is the part most people miss. Hendrix's genius wasn't just about noise. Albums like Electric Ladyland revealed a cerebral side, blending jazz improvisation and studio wizardry that could have held its own against the greats. He wasn't just a rock star, he was a musical alchemist. But how much of his magic came from his ears? He soaked up everything from the Beatles' evolving sound to the raw energy of Little Richard, then turned it into something entirely new. Speaking of the Beatles, their influence on Hendrix was mutual. While he added his fiery energy to live covers of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, he also marveled at their ability to reinvent themselves. "They're one group you can't really put down because they're just too much," he once said, a backhanded compliment that highlights the tension between admiration and rivalry. Could he have matched their legendary chemistry in a studio setting? Or would his improvisational style have clashed with their meticulous arrangements? The debate is ripe for discussion. Here's the tragedy. Hendrix's career was cut short before he could explore the 1970s, uncharted sonic territories. Yet even in his brief time, he left a blueprint for innovation. Whether through the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Band of Gypsies, or solo projects, his music remains unpredictable, a gift that keeps on giving. So we ask, was Hendrix's legacy about the notes he played, or the boundaries he refused to play within? Share your thoughts below. Do you think his untimely death robbed us of an even greater revolution, or was his impact complete in its brevity? The answer might just change how you listen to every guitar solo from that era onward.